Carl, Brendan, and Dan here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it is that time now. We are mere weeks as of the time recording. It is Wednesday, the 26th of July, so fingers crossed the lineup doesn't change anymore before it actually happens. It's Bloodstock. We're going to talk through the entirety of the festival, all the bands that are on the bill, who we're excited to see, who is in our top list, so to speak, and so on and so forth. Basically, giving you as much information as we can and what we know about any particular band and why you should check them out and so on and so forth. Yeah, how you both feeling about Bloodstock? Excited yet?
No, not particularly. Too far. I don't do excitement until like the next day. I've always been the same way. I've got like between now and Bloodstock, I've still got 452 million fucking things to do. So I look at them one at a time. So yeah,
I sort of get what he's saying. I think like a few days beforehand, I'll be like, oh, doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up and down at the moment. When I focus my mind on it, I'm like, sweet. But obviously, even I still at this stage have 7 more shifts to get through before I go on annual leave the week before. So until I get those out of the way, it's still that basically, you know. But yeah, when I end up focusing my mind on it, be it an article, be it a reaction, be it anything really, then I go, oh yeah, cool. Particularly as I'm learning more and more about the bands in the New Blood stage and stuff like that. You know, we're hitting this period now where all the pre-features are now done. Every day is now filled. There is still room for more bands if they want, but in theory, nothing extra needs to be done there. And now some interviews are coming in to be done at the actual festival. Still early days in that as well. But we got some lined up already, which is cool as fuck. Some cool bands there. And yeah, it's just building and building and building and building. It still feels far away. That's how it is for me. It still feels far away. Whenever I'm like, oh, it's the 26th of July today. It's like, oh, is it? You know, I actually keep having to get reminded by Lou that my birthday's the day before. I just keep forgetting it even exists. So yeah.
Oh, you dropped that one in there, didn't you? I'll make a note. Don't worry.
I keep forgetting. I don't expect anybody else to remember. So yeah, So interesting enough, it's worth mentioning here to folks is that Bloodstock Sunday is now sold out. In my head, I can't quite get my head around this. I don't know if you guys can explain this to me. I presume what they mean by that is day tickets are sold out because you can still buy weekend tickets, which would obviously include the Sunday. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. It'll be that day tickets for the Sunday have sold out, yeah.
And I was actually really confused about why initially Sunday, just Sunday is the day that has sold out. But then I kind of realized there's a chance if you're of a certain persuasion, maybe even a certain age and so on, not to be ageist or anything like that. But like the likes of Megadeth, Halloween, Ugly Kid Joe and all of that might be quite appealing compared to some of the more varied stuff on the other stages, other days. I don't know if that works for you guys.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, out of all the name-wise, I guess headliner-wise, it's the biggest kind of traditional name, isn't it, on the Sunday? So it's probably always going to pull in more casual metal fans, I think.
Agreed.
Like Sugar or someone like that.
Yeah, I think you're right on that as well. I also want to throw in, obviously, Biohazard as well. They've always been on a Sunday, and I think that'll probably have been a bit of a ticket seller for some people who maybe have them on their bucket list, never had the chance to see them and don't think they will in the future. So, you know, here's a good example. Because we can't even include...
a lot of sad people, from what I could gather, due to the Leonardo move.
I saw this.
We're planning to go on the Saturday on a day ticket to see Zeal, and then Zeal moved, but the Sunday day tickets are sold out. You know.
I saw that. I kind of saw that, and I realized, like, on the flip side, I can understand people's annoyance about that. You bought a stay ticket, and Leonardo were one of your big reasons for going on a Saturday, and now Sunday, and it's sold out already, and they got moved to Sunday. Don't ever go to a festival for one band, folks. That's always a mistake. You know, I think if you were just going there for Leonardo, that was a bit foolish. And I'm sure you'll still have a good time. There's a lot on the Saturday anyway. But of course, the festival starts on the Thursday. If you get yourself down nice and early, you got a weekend ticket. There's no day tickets for the Thursday. You get yourself a weekend ticket. You come down there and see 5 bands. That also has been shuffled around since we last talked. A few changes here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same setup as always. 5 bands starting about 6 o'clock, and the Violent Incident, because it's got a Z in it, a Z, open up the festival now instead of Tribe of Ghosts. What do you know about these guys?
Only what I've read, which is mostly actually through the text that comes with the Bloodstock stuff, where I read the line, "We are the world's first post-new sub-core metal supergroup," and then I just pressed the back arrow and went on to the next band. To be honest, so I don't know. It sounds like it's a bit of a party thing, isn't it? It's like an opener, from what I understand. There's a bit of comedy to it, and might be good fun. I don't know.
I'm just reading through their bio, and it says like the Violent Incident is Tiny D, wannabe rapper douchebag. C, man, the guy who can actually sing. And like I've instantly kind of switched off.
It's not like there's anything else on, is there? So
that's the thing. I think that's the appeal there. I've given them a go. I get it. I think live it's probably going to be a lot more fun than it is on a record. And as it's the first band on, it'll at least be worth a curiosity watch more than anything else. You know, I'm not always the hottest for these I hate even using the term comedy bands and stuff like that. Because comedy is party band, that's the better way to put it. Actually, I don't mind party bands, but you know that whole comedic edge thing, comedy's subjective. You know what one person finds funny, another may not, and it's like, well, does this just result in a lot of fucking around on stage? Who knows? Yeah, we shall see.
Inflatable penises, I imagine.
Possibly. Okay, then Frozen Soul, the band to see on the Thursday, in my opinion. Death metal. Absolutely horrendous death metal, coming all the way from Texas as well, man. This is one of the most far-traveling bands. It's Bloodstock's coming amongst their European sort of tour, album after album. Really, really strong stuff. Really enjoying what they do. Spoke to them a while back as well. Cool people. It's straight up. This is the thing. Forget their party aspect, any comedic edge. It's just nasty bastards.
Nasty bastards. I don't really know the band, to be honest with you, but I like death metal, so you know I'm sure I'll enjoy them.
Yeah, okay. I probably won't so much.
Moving over to the Thursday from where they were initially, it's King 810, and I have decided, having thought about this, because initially when this happened, I was like, oh man, that just makes the Thursday worse for me. It really does. But on reflection, I realized they've been at Bloodstock before, and I was there and I didn't see them. I've never seen them live. I don't like them on record at all, but I've never seen them live, and I figure I can give them it'd be fair and it'd be decent for me at least to watch a little bit of their set, and hell, it might be really good. So I'm going to give them a go on Thursday because there's nothing clashing with them. And hope I get my mind changed. I'm not expecting to, but I'm going to give it a go.
I'm not a fan. I don't like the band. Don't like them on record either. I also haven't really seen them live other than small snippets at the last time they were over at Bloodstock. But I don't know. I mean, like, there's nothing else on, you know, so chances are I probably will watch some of it. But I'm not doing that because I want my mind changed. I don't find them to be a particularly likable band. So,
yeah.
You know.
I don't have a problem with them. I haven't listened to them much though. So if I enjoy them in a live environment, maybe I'll enjoy them. I'll listen to them more afterwards, you know.
I think you might get a little bit more out of it than we do because you like a bit more of the stumpy stuff.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Maybe. Okay, Visions of Atlantis. These were a replacement for, remind me, Brendan?
War Kings,
that was it. Yes, of course, it was War Kings. But they're in the same vein as War Kings. Bit more symphonic.
But yes, it's sort of bouncy power metal,
pirate
symphonic
metal.
Power metal. Yeah, I mean it's nautical themed, a lot of the stuff, but you know, I quite like them. I think they're quite fun as a band. I was very much enjoying looking forward to seeing War King, so I was disappointed. And out of the two, I'd still have preferred it to be War Kings, you know. But like, I guess it's quite like for like in a replacement, which is a decent thing for me, you know. And I do enjoy that style of music live. Once you've had 7 disgusting beers and you're still trying to find the one you like.
Yes,
I think at this stage you'll be in that position as well. I don't. What do you think, Dan? Anything there for you?
I'm not like horrifically against it or anything. I've been taking like quick listens to them whilst you guys talk, and they sound fine. It's nautical themed. It looks silly. It looks funny. There's going to be nothing on, and
Yeah.
you put it. If I'm 7 pints deep and I want to regurgitate my own tongue, I'll probably be like, you know what? Instead of doing that, I might watch those guys.
Nope, fair enough. And then we got skinned. I don't know how you say it. I've got some slight intrigue here. Industrial rock. I like industrial. This could be cool. I really don't know enough about this band. That's the thing at all to really have any sort of big opinion on it.
Yeah, I can't picture it at all, to be honest with you. I don't know them. I don't know how to pronounce it either. You know, but like again, just reading the stuff on them, like it's an electronic duo. In my head, it's conjuring up all sorts of horrific images of two dudes standing behind like decks, you know, all taking turns at scratching and shit like that, which I'm sure it's not that at all. I can't picture it. I don't understand it. So yeah, intrigue, I guess, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think I'm echoing a similar sentiment. Intrigue.
Yeah.
Once again, there's going to be nothing else on.
I think that's got us. I think, yeah, we've all got that same feeling, intrigue. All right, that's Thursday. Certainly an eclectic mix that could be both horrible or fascinating. Either way, I think we've all got one band pretty much that we want to see on the Thursday, so that works out nicely. All right, let's jump over to the Friday and full day times. We'll start with the Jägermeister stage and go through those bands first. We'll try and be a bit quicker, though, because we don't want to be here for the next 3 hours. Starting off the day on the Jägermeister stage, it is This Summer Fever. Nice and riffy, fuzzy, dirty. This is going to be loud. They have a two-piece. That is cool. This band's awesome.
Take your word for it. I know nothing of them.
I don't think I can kind of picture the exact sound, and I don't think that I would mesh well with it.
Okay. One I didn't know beforehand, but thanks to preparation leading up to it, is Wild Heat. And this is hard rock with some sort of classic 80s metal stuff, bit AOR in style. This could be a lot of fun. And there are a lot of bands like this over the weekend, so they do automatically stand out for that.
Yeah, I mean, look, like 90% of the Bloodstock lineup for me this year. Don't know.
Yeah, I have no real thoughts about them. I don't know them.
Cool. All right, what about Death Fiend? It's death metal.
Yeah, same again. I mean, I don't know who the band are at all. So
I mean,
it's hard
I
to
can't
say like whether I'm gonna go and like watch them. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the thing, because I don't know what else is on at the same time. If there was nothing else on, I'd probably go and watch all 3 of these bands so far because there was nothing else on, but there probably will be.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even like take a very quick listen to them because their YouTube channel's been terminated. So I don't know if that's a good sign.
Ooh. No, of course, yeah. As knowledgeable as we can be about this genre, I'm not going to know everybody. Dunes, I don't know. This is one I haven't looked into as of yet. I don't know really anything about them, but I see they draw comparisons to the likes of Queens of the Stone Age, Clutch, Fu Manchu, and Kais. So that's right up my straight. Stoner, desert rock, absolutely.
That's a couple of roads away from me.
I reckon if I'm a bit drunk by this point, I could properly get into it.
Okay. That's cool. All right, and then we've got the thrash metal band Hidden Intent. I don't know them, but there isn't a lot of thrash again over the weekend, so cool.
Yeah, they're also talking about bands that travel far, Australian. So another big travel there to come all the way over for the Jägermeister stage from Adelaide.
Oh, that's big travel. Yeah, I have no crazy, insane thoughts about them.
Cool, no worries, we move on. New Blood stage then on the Friday, and this starting the day off at the moment, we've got Shoot to Kill, described as a hardcore metalcore band. That's about all I can say about them. We've got no end of this stuff, so whether or not they stand out is let's wait and see, really.
Yeah, so
I know them, and I think they are very cool and good. I
Okay.
have never been able to see them though. Well, I really should have.
Well, you
But
can now.
it'd be good to see
Yeah.
them there.
Yeah, just get yourself out of the tent nice and early and get over to the New Blood stage by the look of it. Yeah, because we should say at this point there's Clash Finders, set times, none of that's available. There are Clash Finders up which try to guesstimate based off last year, but do not go on that, people, at all. Okay, Apathy. Do know a bit about this band. Just actually listened to them quite recently for a reaction video, Bloodstock reaction video. Modern metal, as it's described. They're heavy, they're fast. There's some really, really clever shit in this band's music. Young as well. I like the track I listened to. So yeah, like the band.
Well, I've got nothing. Who are these people?
I also do know them as well.
Okay.
And I have never been able to see them either. So I'll be excited to see them.
All right, then we move to Iridium. Iridium are very, very cool. This is a band that's surprisingly what's the word I'm refined for the New Blood stage. I guess it speaks volumes. There's a lot of bands I've noticed on the New Blood stage over the weekend that feel like they're already a step above compared to what you might sometimes get on that stage. Yeah, it's rock and metal. It's a bit old school, leaning back towards classic days, but there's a bit more riffs here and there. I like them.
They sound fine, but yeah, again, I've got nothing.
Name rings a bell. I think I know of them, but I can't really be sure. But
no, cool, no worries. Arms to Oblivion. Groove metal. And who doesn't love a bit of groove metal?
I know one. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I like them. Good band. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely want to check
right.
out. You're all right, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, now we hit one of my anticipated bands of the weekend. It is Locust. One of the things I love about Bloodstock is the New Blood stage and the Metal for the Masses, purely because although obviously, the wider look of it, what it does for the scene and what it does for Bloodstock in itself is incredible. But on a personal level, the build up to it means I often get to experience a lot of things. If bands plan it right as well, and they sometimes plan it just leading up to Bloodstock, or fate allows them to release stuff leading up to it. Locust's new album, Infidel, is it out now or is it about to come out? Is it the 28th? I think it's the 28th of July. Either way, by the time you're watching this, it's out. Locust's new album, Infidel, and it is a absolute banger. They're playing London on oh God, I can't remember the date now. The Thursday before I go and leave. I know it's that. The 3rd of August, the Boston Music Rooms with Chris Thaler as support. So that's a banging gig as well. The album is amazing. It's groove metal. It's fast. It's heavy. It's intense. It's got death and thrash all mixed in. These guys are going to kill it.
Well, you've sold them well.
Thank you.
That was a lovely speech. The best I can offer is don't know him.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, same.
Obviously, at this stage as well, we don't know about clashes and things like that. But this is fingers crossed one of those that I hope everyone's just like, yeah, we'll go see them. Provided, like I said, it's not up against someone so much that you're enjoying more. Okay, Voidwalker. Pretty familiar with these guys. Deathcore, technical death metal. It's all there. It's heavy. It's nasty. But it's also really clever.
I recognize the name, but I can't put music to it, to be honest with you. So I don't know if I really recognize the name or not.
I also do recognize the name, but I don't know if it's just because it sounds kind of generic.
Okay.
But yeah, deathcore. So it's all right. I like deathcore.
Absolutely. All right, Devil's Henchmen, another one that I've done a reaction to, so learned a little bit about that. It is predominantly, you hear it and you think, at least the song I heard, it was like, okay, this is thrash metal. But they've got other elements that kind of take it into a bit more of a traditional classic side, if you want to use those words, while still being kind of speedy with those kind of roaring vocals and, scathing riffs that you would expect from a thrash side of metal.
Okay. Yeah. It's really difficult this year, honestly. It's amazing how it obviously shows the strength, I suppose, of the underground, but so many names that I've never even heard. It's mad.
We should call this Carl Educates You Too.
Well, got a face of GBHBL after all, wouldn't you?
I guess so. All right, Torchbearer. Actually, here we are. I don't really know anything about them. This is one I haven't had the chance to look into yet, so I don't know if you guys can add anything to it.
Not
I
anything.
recognize the
that would be-
name.
Oh,
I do really recognize the name and that logo. I don't know if they played previously.
I don't know.
nope. Square Wild. Square Wild. Yeah, just fast-paced, proggy, energetic, hard rock, bit metal. Yeah.
Proggy. The word I hate. Well, not the word, but it can be good at times. It depends, I
It
suppose.
can,
but
yeah.
something a bit different though. So that's kind of cool. After a lot of everyone blending thrash death and anything they can find with the word core on it.
Yeah. Dan, any thoughts on Square Wild?
Just taking a quick listen. They sound really cool. I think I'll probably get into this.
Okay, Moon Reaper. Been really getting more and more interested in this band. You know, initially, the Black and Doom was immediately like, okay, I like that shit. Give me some of that, and they sound awesome. Really, really heavy. Be intriguing to see how it sounds live.
Yeah, I mean, Black and Doom intrigues me, but then they have to call it Black and Doom Hardcore in the little bio. And then it loses my intrigue again because now I'm like, oh, how many fucking things are you going to throw into one thing? So I don't know. Interesting, I suppose. Like, you know, I just word hardcore at the end of every fucking genre now.
I know of them. If there's nothing else on, I'll probably check them out.
So, not a massive. Like you say, you know of them. Like, would you not a massive fan or like?
I mean,
are they good? I don't know what to watch. I need something to watch. Give me something to watch. Should I go and watch them?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
That's on you now.
Okay, to obey a tyrant. I don't know really anything much about them aside from they're described as a blackened deathcore band, and as always, that's cool music.
Yeah, in theory, quite like the name.
Stands out.
That means an awful lot, but it does.
Theory.
Yeah, but it's that whole thing to say like, I like I don't know, say deathcore. So just because the band says they play deathcore doesn't mean it's going to be good music.
Of course, but it's the hook, right? It's something that makes
yeah,
you go,
it's something that makes you go like, okay, yeah.
A collaboration of staple genres, deathcore, slam, and symphonic death metal. See, I like slam. I can maybe get on with deathcore, but symphonic death metal, you have lost me completely.
That's quite a mix.
It's weird, isn't it? Because that's the bit that intrigues me the most out of all the three.
Yeah.
That's the bit I'm more interested in.
I mean, when you utilize that term loosely, Lorna Shore recently effectively was doing stuff with symphonic, and that was quite a spectacular result.
I don't really like Lorna Shore either.
Oh, shut up, Dan! Get in the bin, man! Don't be giving me that. Don't be giving that. Lorna Shore, awesome. All right, Head Press. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these guys. Extreme metal. Been doing this a while. Should have been there last year. Had the unfortunate issue of having to pull out last minute as well. Were replaced by elimination in the last minute. So this is their return. Make up for that. I'm looking forward to seeing these guys.
Yeah, I do. Well, it is a band I know, so yay for that. So yeah, I guess the same as you. I haven't seen them before, so be kind of cool to catch them.
I know.
Cool. And then we come to the last one on the New Blood stage, and it's one that I think I share the same level of excitement to see live as Dan. A rare thing at Bloodstock. It is fucking Street Soldier. We saw these guys support, Brendan, you were there, of course. We saw these guys support Billy Bio at the New Cross Inn as one of the hardcore bands on that stage. It was chaotic. It was mental. I am fascinated to see how this is going to go down at Bloodstock. I'm fascinated to see that New Blood tent. And they're just awesome. Really easily one of my highlights of the weekend, Street Soldier.
Right. I was like, it's really difficult sometimes to come off the back of Carl's like almost annoying optimism sometimes for every band. You know, like I do remember seeing a Billy Bio. I thought they were good. I enjoyed them. I certainly wouldn't go as far as like, oh my god, this is awesome. I can't wait to see it. Like from my level,
Yep.
I'm nowhere near at that a peak. I'm more like, oh yeah, I kind of remember them. They were all right. I might catch them again if I get a chance. Is where I kind of sit. So
Fair enough.
I'm really fucking excited for Street Soldier.
Yeah.
They're one of my top bands to see. Like, spoilers. They're great, and I've never seen them live. So yeah.
It's gonna be killer. It's gonna be interesting regardless. All right, then we move to the Sophie Lancaster stage, starting with Bloodyard. Groove and death metal. Don't know lots about them, but groove and death metal, that's fine by me.
yeah, I don't know a lot about them either. So
Okay, Wolf Bastard. Do know a fair bit about these guys. Saw them at the New Cross Inn, I think last year, supporting, I cannot remember either. My mind's gone blank, but I know I saw them because Lou bought a t-shirt from them after we saw them play. Look, man, it's old school black metal with D-beat punk. They are noisy, raw. They're awesome. They're very cool. It's going to be very energetic.
I don't even know what D-beat punk means. But, so, you know, aside from that, though, the old school black metal stuff, I quite like the sound of.
Oh no, I do not know them.
Okay, no worries. Black Coast. Anyone who would help me here? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm trying to kind of quickly. Okay, cool. Take it away.
I don't know much about them. I've seen them live, I think, a couple times by accident. They keep kind of just showing up in the same places as me. I don't really know if I like them.
Okay. What style of music?
I genuinely couldn't tell you.
Okay. Helpful.
Oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you in the bio.
Punk
yeah,
adjacent.
that's what I was looking at.
The best they've given me is expect a raw orchestra of emotion and aggression with a harmony of pitch-shifting guitar, hard-hitting drums, and haunting vocals. Basically, it's a band. There's definitely a guitar, drums, and singing in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, I've got nothing.
Apparently, they're a new metalcore band. A new metalcore band.
Okay.
All right, there you go. All right, let's move on to the Enigma division. Prog technical metal here for you. Very cool band.
Yeah, and I'll take you over on that one. I don't think I know them. Name doesn't ring a bell at all.
No idea who they are.
Zetra. I know only small things about this band. Very melodic, very melancholic. But that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know, right? Starting off with, I don't know them, but this is one of the bands I remember reading up a little bit about when I was putting like lists together for bands we're excited to listen to, and I was just trying to listen to them some more. And this is like, you know, you're talking about sort of some weird setups and being hard to picture things, but this is one of the ones I think there that I'm struggling the most to get my head around. You know, It's going to be synth / shoegaze. They have an Atari ST and an 8-track tape machine are the main tools that are used, with the natural crackle and organic buzz used for the recordings. Lo-fi vibes of first wave Scandinavian black metal, and yeah, it sounds like it sounds insane, to be honest with you. I don't really understand it, but yeah, it's interesting. And then they also mentioned things like Typo Negative and Gary Newman as influences.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
certainly intrigued me more.
Yeah, it's quite hard to get my head around it, like to picture what it is.
Go on, Dan.
Oh, just taking a quick listen. I think they sound fucking amazing. Like, I'm really, really interested in that.
I think that's one that we all need to check out then. That description of what Dan's just said is very, very intriguing. Pest Control, crossover thrash. Straightforward.
Even I've heard of Pest Control.
Got anything else to add there?
I ain't got nothing to add. I don't know who they are, but I mean, it says that they're kind of like municipal waste, who I like, so that's good.
This will be the one that I'd want to check out.
Yeah? Okay. Fury, heavy metal band. That's it. Simple as that. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I do like some of their music, and so yeah, I'm cool with them.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't think I know them. Names too just much of a word like that's used everywhere for me to be like, oh, I think I know that name or anything like that. It's just
yeah.
Scarier. Look, this is one of the bands of the weekend for me. This if I was ranking them in potentially like order, they'd be in the top 3. This band is phenomenal. Extreme Black. They are insane and possibly refined, really modernized the music as well. I've been wanting to see this band live since the release of their most recent album. Yeah, this is a must-see for me.
Yeah, I mean, they might be close to that for me as well, even though I don't really know an awful lot about them, but just based on the fact that I don't really fuck all for me to watch a Bloodstock this year that I'm like mad excited for. I quite like the stuff I've listened to. I like what they say in the bio and what you just sold it as. So there we go. I'll write
I'm
them
liking the
down.
sound of it. I've just written them down as well. With something to check out. I'm liking the sound.
So I want to hear. And then we get to Bosk. I've seen Bosk so many times in the past. They are always incredible. They're always heavy. They're always noisy. Yeah, nothing to complain about having them here.
Yeah, same. Seen them a few times as well. They're a decent band. I like them. So
I really recognise the name and logo. Did they play Bloodstock before?
Probably, but I
think so.
couldn't. I'd imagine so, but I can't remember when or if.
Oh.
Just to annoy Carl all the time, I like to call them Boss K as well.
That's right. Yes.
That's a maybe one for me.
Okay, cool. Glad we're finding out stuff and sort of going, okay, we need to check this out and stuff like that. Which brings us to the headline on a Friday night. And I feel like I might be alone in this one just based off who this band is. But I think of all the headliners on the Sophie Lancaster stage now, this is the one I care about the most. This is a bucket list band for me. I've never seen Candlemass live. Epic Doom. I adore them.
I'm also a big fan.
Check it.
I am. I don't like, as you know, I'm not like always madly in
Yeah.
love with Doom, but I do like the more legacy traditional side of Doom. I just don't like the fuzz that it grew into.
Right.
That's the thing. So, and I like Candlemass, always have, and I've never seen them live either. So, I will stand beside you.
Banging. There it is. I was wrong. I'm glad to be wrong. Dan? Candlemass?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, but no, it's just not for me, I don't think. And there's plenty more that is.
No, it is what it is. Right, main stage, Ronnie James Dio stage. And we begin the Friday off with Witch Sorrow, a nice doomy band to start the day with. Very happy with them opening the main stage.
And the other side of my Candlemass story, which is where I don't always like where it went to. Doesn't mean I don't think the bands are talented or anything like that, but I just don't. It doesn't excite me very much, to be honest with you.
I don't know anything about Witch Sorrow.
Which then brings us to Witch Hazel, but with a Y instead of the I. And this is one I don't really know. However, I do see they're called medieval metal. And I'm like, okay, that could be cool as fuck, but also that could be stupid. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what that means. Like, it's hard to picture that unless it's like playing lutes and stuff like that, which would be kind of cool. But I don't know the band, so yeah.
Got no opinions really. I don't know them. I don't know what like medieval metal is.
I'm just picturing metal, but in stupid costumes. You know,
pretty much that will be what it is.
Oh, I hope not. All right, Hate. Black and Death metal combined from Poland. Pretty familiar band. I like what they do. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, so am I. I am. Fan might be too strong a word, but I'm aware of Hate, and I like them.
I don't know them again. And it'll be one of those things where if I've genuinely got nothing else on, I'll walk past and maybe catch a song. And if I get into it, then I'll go a little bit closer, you know?
Okay, Sacred Reich. I'm torn in this one. I don't really love them. I like them, but I'm also like, well, you're not going to get many opportunities to see this band play live. Maybe take it here. I probably will watch them. I don't know if I'd watch all of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of similar. You know, you kind of feel like you're meant to like Sacred Reich, but like no matter how many times I listen to them on record, I just don't. I find them quite uninspiring. I think when they were due to play, was it last year or the year before, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then they obviously couldn't make it. And at that time, I was more like, oh, I'm going to watch them just to keep shouting like at Dave McClain. But now that's gone too far down the line. So even just shouting stuff at Dave McClain from the whole Machine Head sort of vibe doesn't really
done,
it's too late for that now as well. So I don't know. You're probably right. It's probably not an awful lot of opportunity to see them because, like, I doubt I'd ever buy a ticket to go and see them at one of their own shows. So, you know, it might be worth catching a half hour of it or something.
I'd be almost inclined to, just because it is Sacred Reich, just to see at least some of them. But I'm not particularly fussed, and I agree with Brendan when he says that they're not particularly inspiring.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat there. We'll all probably be there, watch a bit of it, and see how it goes from there. All right, straight up death metal, Gatecreeper. They're cool.
Yeah, they are decent bad.
I don't really know them.
All about Fit for an Autopsy. Bit more deathcore here. I do like this band. I am pleased they're here. I probably will check them out, provided not clashing with something that I enjoy more.
Yeah, I'm quite similar on that. I do like the band as well.
I will be there for Fit for an Autopsy.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'd imagine you might stay then as well for Heaven Shall Burn. You know that band? Oh, okay. I mean, they've got metalcore edge as well, even if they fit more in the extreme camp than anything else.
Yeah, I always sort of felt like them, to be honest, to be quite similar, really, to Fit for an Autopsy. That was quite two kind of bands, one after the other, that were quite of a similar vein. So, but I like Heaven Shall Burn as well. So, two bands that I think are decent.
Yeah. And then we get to our sub-headliner, and it is, of course, the Melodeath Giants that is in flames. You know, I think I've said in the previous videos we did in the build-up when we were doing band announcements and things like that, that I went from not caring two shits about In Flames being there to really, really wanting to see them based off their phenomenal new album. And it is phenomenal. And, you know, it still surprises me that I liked it as much as I did. I've seen this band live in the past, but it's been a very long time. In fact, I think it's been so long that the last time I saw them in a headline spot was at the fucking Astoria. That's the last time so I am definitely going to check this band out. I'm definitely going to watch it.
So am I. You know, I think I've said before anyway, but obviously I'm a big melodic death metal fan. I've never seen In Flames. They are one of the, I hate the term, but the forefathers of it, you know, so I kind of feel like I have to see them, and it's helped out. It's weird. It was one of those things where I pre-list the most recent album. They're a bit like hot and cold, I think, with albums. Like I could pick out as many I dislike as I like. It was nice to have like this new album come out and it to be really, really strong, and then for them to come and play. You know, it's come at a good time. So
I have no real opinions about In Flames, to be honest. Provided they aren't clashing with anything that I really want to see or have any interest in at all, then I'll probably check them out.
And that brings us to the headliner. It is, of course, Killswitch Engage. I really don't know still how I feel about this. I just don't care enough about this band anymore to know if I'm going to do an entire show, particularly if Candlemass are on afterwards, of Killswitch Engage. There's plenty of Killswitch Engage songs that I like, plenty that'll come on, and if I've got a right amount of beer on me, that'll probably move and groove to. But I'm just not that big of a fan these days. That's it, really.
I mean, I've never been a big fan, that big a fan. I got no problem with them. They're one of those bands that are like almost like inoffensive to me. Like, you know, it's not like they're a big band, but I hate them and I don't understand why they're big. Completely happy for them to be big and have their circles and all that sort of stuff. But I just never really got into them. Not when I was younger, and same now. So
Yeah.
no problem that they're there, but no real interest in it myself.
Fair enough.
Get
Dan?
them. I've seen Kill Switch Engage once before, and I did enjoy them there. I enjoy a couple songs here and there, so I'm not opposed to it. And it will have been a while since I actually stuck around for a Bloodstock headliner.
What you
The
think
last time, didn't we all see them at Alexandra Palace?
Yeah, it was Ali Pally, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's switch over to the Saturday then. Jägermeister stage. We open up the day with Daybreak, a bit of groove, bit of metalcore, bit of death metal here. These guys have played before in 2019, and they were very good then. They've had a bit of a refresh, got new music out as well. So, yeah, I'm happy with Daybreak. I like them.
I don't know them, but every single time that somebody says their name, my head gets stuck on a loop with the Devil Driver song Daybreak.
Okay.
Which is one of my favorite Devil Driver songs, and that's going around in my fucking head again. So thanks for that, Daybreaker.
I don't know them.
All right then, Repulsive Vision, old school death metal, very very old school, nasty. Repulsive is the word.
I don't know them, but when you said the name, in my head I went, "Oh, that sounds death metal," and then you said old school death metal.
Yeah, I also don't know them.
I think they're going to be really good, actually. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Also, looking forward to seeing Prima, a hard rock band with some really groovy edges to them. Again, a recent reaction, trying to find something about them, and I ended up really liking the song I did and that, so I'm cool with this band.
That's cool. I don't know them, but, I'm all for a band being something a little bit different there as well. And I must admit, I really like their logo. It probably nice, stands out on the page, doesn't it?
I haven't heard of them, but taking a quick listen, they are going on my maybe list.
Okay. Muddy Brook, speaking of something different, alternative rock / touches of metal and grunge. No strangers to Muddy Brook at all. Really cool to see them at Bloodstock. Really cool to see them on the Jaeger stage, which I think is a perfect fit for the music. I think people might be quite surprised by this one.
I almost wish, like, everything... I wish I hadn't read the bio purely for the last part of it, which says for fans of. And then it goes from that into Skunk Anansi, PJ Harvey, Garbage, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains.
There's some good bands in that list, man. Come on.
But yeah, no, I don't know who they are, so.
Yeah, maybe. It's one of my maybes. I don't know them. I'm not sure.
Okay, all right, no worries. Headliner of the Jaeger stage on the Saturday, it is Waterlines. For those who do know, this is a band that rose from the ashes of Sertraline, who are a very, very cool band as well. And Waterlines has continued that trend with some banging new tracks. In fact, Dan, if you don't know who this band are, I think you'd really like these guys. They are modern metalcore. They are very fast, very interesting, very melodic, very heavy. I think you'd be into them. When I think, I think you definitely should give them a go if you don't know who they are, unless you do, of course.
Yeah, taking a quick listen, I do like them. I'll definitely be down for this.
I'm also a fan. I liked them. I liked Sertraline beforehand. I like what they've grown into. So
banging. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Strong Saturday on the Jaeger stage, I must say. Very strong Saturday. We move to the New Blood stage. We begin the day with Offness. And this is what I talked about before. Who is this band? Ain't got a clue. Then they have an album out. And suddenly they're one of my most hotly anticipated bands of the entire weekend, let alone the New Blood stage. This is beautiful, atmospheric, emotional black metal. Oh, man. It's going to sound fucking huge. I think it's going to sound bigger than the New Blood stage, put it that way. And I can basically just see massive things in this band's future. And I hope after Bloodstock, it feels even bigger.
Try and match Carl's optimism. Because I'm also like, yeah, I'm the same. I'm quite excited to see them as well. But yeah, it's hard to match Carl's optimism for it sometimes. I think they're going to be good. But yeah.
I don't know them, but it doesn't necessarily sound like my sort of thing.
Yeah, atmospheric black metal hasn't really been your jam to date, has it? No.
That's not.
Okay, Scorer. I don't know. This is one I've not had a chance to check out, but they're described as progressive hardcore. And yeah, I like both things. So there you go.
Yeah, I have nothing on them. Don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know them necessarily, but I'll be the one to check out. It says hardcore, so
The words are there. There are, like we said before, dotted around the festival, bands that stand out because they don't fit within a metal category, and Picture the Scene are one of them. Described as rock. It is rock. It is hard rock at times, but it's rock through and through with catchy choruses and so on. I did a reaction to one of their songs. I liked it. I didn't necessarily come away loving it, but you know, a break from metal might be welcome. I don't know. I'm not sure about this one.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose if I wanted to break from metal, I probably just wouldn't go to Bloodstock. But I mean,
ow! That was a bitchy remark. Wasn't it?
yeah, I know. Well, you know, I'm tired. No, I don't know. Like, I don't know the band, but you know, I'm sure they're there because they won a Metal to the Masses, right? So they've obviously got some fucking talent in there. So, you know, fair play to them. But I don't know who they are.
I think an entire 4-day festival of just metal, you will end up getting burnt out on it, no matter how much you love it.
No, I'm fine.
Having little breaks, shut up, man. Having little breaks like this is good, and I'll probably get into them, and enjoy them.
Okay, Swarms, groove metal with some big ass riffs and some very, very nasty breakdowns. I like this band.
I'm not familiar with them, but I like that description. So cool.
County Durham. I don't know anything about them, but I'll have to take a listen.
Vice, thrash metal. They're cool.
Yeah, I've got nothing. Don't know them. 3-piece thrash band though, so
I don't know them either.
I'm hoping you guys can help me out. The Dead 13. I don't know them. I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet.
I've heard of them because it's got old members of Ward, whatever their name is.
16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, does it? Do they?
Yeah.
They're very theatrical from what I understand. It's one of the bands I was quite excited about checking out. You know, if you go into the bio and have a look at even just the image of the band, you know, they sound like they could be good fun.
I didn't realize. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I see the image now. Okay, all right. Interesting. Extort. You know what, man? Scotland Metal to the Masses often produce some of the best bands you'll see over the entire weekend, and Extort coming from that side of things as well. Extreme heavy, fast music. From what I've listened to them so far, really like them.
Yeah, sorry, I don't actually know them. I was just reading up on some of the stuff on it, which it all sounds good, to be honest. Death groove, black, apocalyptic and dystopian themes behind the lyrics. Sounds right up my street, to be honest.
Not necessarily my thing, I don't think.
Bloodmoors. Unfortunately, this is one I've put no time into learning anything about, so I can't offer anything exciting.
I will go with I will happily watch them. I don't even their bio has very little in it, to be honest with you, but it does, you know, from musically, from the genre perspective, it's thrash, metalcore, and melodeath. You know,
so this kitchen sink thing,
Yeah.
but yeah,
metal staples, so it's all good.
Earth to Damn.
I don't know.
Okay. Make us wait that long just to say that. I was waiting for you to go on
Sorry.
some big, all right, then Dead Blonde Stars. Described as grunge alternative rockers. I've never heard of them before, and I've certainly not checked them out yet, but described as grunge and alternative rock. So that's automatically intriguing. A potential watch because of that alone.
Yeah, I've also never heard of them. Probably a little bit on the other side of that with me, where those sorts of that description, I don't want to say like it makes me think, oh god, they're going to be shit. It's just like it doesn't naturally grab me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, because you know how on like each page you've got like the little video. I skipped through it like 4 times, and every time I skipped through, it sounded like a different song.
Oh.
So that was really baffling. Maybe I'll have to check them out a little bit more.
Fair enough. And then we get Broken Calling. I don't know anything, but they're described as taking influence from the likes of hardcore, metalcore, and new metal. So take that what you will.
Go them. I don't know them.
I have never heard of them previously. I was interested by the bio, and that's probably a no.
Okay, and then we reach Drowned. This is one of my most anticipated / fascinated experience watches over the weekend. Of course, I didn't know this band, and I did a reaction video. I don't know if either of you saw that video. I was gobsmacked by the industrial electronica sound of this band. And I've since been told that I did one of the lightest songs they actually have. So I need to go back and listen to one of the heavier tracks to see what they're talking about. But I absolutely was blown away by the level this band was on, both video-wise, both musically, and it is generally going to be one of the more unique sets from Bloodstock. I cannot fucking wait. I think I could be standing there in absolute throes of ecstasy or horror. And I'm fascinated to see what anyone else thinks when they're with me too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who the band are. I haven't seen your reaction video to it either, so I haven't caught anything from that. But I do know what the setup is, and from that point, yeah, I agree from the intrigue perspective. And, it's hard to picture a little bit. It kind of, I don't know, when I read about it without having listened to a lot of it, it kind of gives me Rammstein vibes in terms of...
Yes, I get that vibe.
The way it's explained. So I'm interested. I'm similar to you, and I genuinely have no idea which way I'll fall, like in terms of opinion. Like no idea at all. I'm not even leaning in a direction.
Well, I remember the reaction. I went onto the YouTube channel and I clicked on the video called Stripped, and it's just like body gore. I don't know how the fuck they put that on YouTube. That's horrifying. I hope they're not doing that shit live, because I will run away and cry in my tent.
This is why I'm so fascinated. That's the feeling they're creating. Okay, Soothsayer. I don't know anything really about them. From what I can gather, they might be a bit of a doom band.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Don't think so. I don't.
I'm gonna try to say this band's name. Okay, no, I give up already. Can anyone say that?
I don't know. It looks like Naka, but it's Danish. I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know if the word is Danish, but they're a Danish band, aren't they? So we apologize for butchering your language.
Well, they're described as a modern metal band, but I don't know anything about them.
No, I also don't. So, yeah.
No idea.
Okay, we then switch to the Sophie stage on the Saturday, and we've got Ambrius. I think this band are going to be one of the surprise hits of the weekend. You've got your standard heavy metal stuff, you've got absolute heaviness and speed, and then you've got orchestral, symphonic, cinematic touches layered through all their music. They are really, really strong. Like, for the level they're at, it's like they feel like a much bigger band sound-wise. Really intrigued to see these guys. Think they might surprise a lot of people.
I don't really remember the name or anything, but according to the bio, they were on the New Blood stage last year.
Were they? Okay.
Yeah, that's what's in the bio.
I know they're made up of previous Metal to the Masses bands that have played, but I didn't realize they were there. Definitely didn't see them the last year.
Ambrius exploded onto the UK metal scene and earned themselves a spot on the New Blood stage at Bloodstock Festival 2022.
All right, cool.
But yeah,
I don't remember him.
No, same. I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Well, then this year, I think we should make sure, if we can, see them, because they're going to absolutely kill it. Okay, Tortured Demon, up there as one of my most anticipated bands of the weekend. Obviously, last time they played Bloodstock, it's infamous now. Jaeger tent was not big enough. The Jaeger stage was not big enough for this band. And who knows if the Sophie stage will be. The thrashcore That's how they're described, but ultimately it's thrash metal with more metalcore touches here and there. Rise of the Lifeless was a banging album. They're just doing better and better and better. And I generally think in a couple of years' time, with their current momentum, they'll be on the main stage.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're a phenomenal young band. Really, really good. The new album's great. Good live as well. You know, I've seen them a couple of times. They're talented. Like you said, I remember I listened to them at the Jägermeister stage. You couldn't fucking see them because there was about 400 people deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that as well. The name obviously rings a bell because that was super weird that the Jaeger stage was so packed like that.
Yeah.
So I'll be sure to check them out again. Hopefully with a little bit more breathing room.
Okay, Tribe of Ghosts, move from the Thursday, now playing the Saturday. Of course, familiar with them based off the fact they played in 2022 on the New Blood stage, and they're back, mixing industrial and post-metal. This band is great, and oh my God, they're getting better and better and better. I can't wait to hear Sunburn and Deny the Rot live, and this will come out after the fact. So on the 31st of July, they have a brand new single out, and it is spectacular. It's just phenomenal to see this band's rise.
I didn't know an awful lot about Tribe of Ghosts, to be honest with you. I don't remember seeing them at Bloodstock before. Not saying I didn't, but I don't remember it. But in the sort of run up to Bloodstock and through adding random stuff to a Bloodstock playlist to just check out some of the bands they have come up. And my natural instinct when I first listen to this sort of stuff is to kind of curl up in a ball and cry in a corner. But as I've listened to it more, I've become more into it and more of a fan of it. So I'm excited to see them for what is probably the first time, could be the second time, but definitely the first time I'll remember it and realize what I'm watching.
I like them a bit, I think. I can't really tell. I haven't listened to them much, but from what I have heard, I like what I've heard. So this will be a maybe for me.
Okay, then we got The Grey. I don't know loads about them, but they're described as instrumental post-rock. So that will be a fascinating instrumental on the Sophie stage.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of it, actually. Yeah,
different.
I'm up for it. Yeah.
I don't know them. I have no real thoughts.
Casket Feeder, one of the best bands in the UK. Swedish death metal mixed with groove and thrash and stuff like that. This band is just phenomenal. I've seen them live before. Last time I saw them live was at their album release show at the Black Heart, and it was fucking chaos. These guys are phenomenal. One of the bands you should definitely check out.
Yeah, I'm also a fan. Seen them before. Great band.
Yeah.
I feel like I've also definitely seen them. I know who Casket Feeder are. I'm surprised they're not further up. Because there's like, I recognize Casket Feeder, and then the next 5 bands up, I don't know. You know? I'll be sure to check them out though.
Skin Failure. This band is awesome, and I think this band will, if you're not aware or familiar, will take you by surprise, because they're described as progressive thrash, and this is obviously normally where people just jam things together and say, oh, this is what I sound like. No, Skin Failure actually do combine both those things. They are thrash band, but fucking hell are they a progressive band as well. It is madness. To me, they are the modern equivalent of the Dillinger Escape Plan, and I love the Dillinger Escape Plan, and I love Skin Failure. What are they laughing for?
I was all late onto it then, and I don't like the Dillinger Escape Plan. I'm not a massive fan anyway, so I feel like I you know, it's one of those ones I look at it and I feel like I know the name, but I can't pick a sound out in my head, like I can't get there with it. So yeah.
I don't know them.
When we are a bit more go on, sorry, Dan.
Oh, I like the logo though. It's nice.
When we are familiar with it's Stakesis, the progressive metal band. Very familiar band. They're awesome live. They sound massive. This is a very much deserved spot. Looking forward to seeing them again.
Yep, same. Big fan. Great band.
Not
be a good show.
I think.
Gutlax. I do know this band because it's basically, it's got punk stuff, and it's like punk rock and roll, but it's heavier and nastier and that side of things. But that's about all I can say.
Yeah, I haven't really got an awful lot to add to it either. I do know of them. I don't know enough that I mustn't have ever become a fan. So
It's one of those bands where they do it's kind of just like a dude making noises over riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, not into that.
Then we hit the second to last band on that stage, and it is Trollfest. And I'm so on the fence about this band. I kind of know that there's a chance I will enjoy the party vibes that this band gives off, but I also know that I don't think they're particularly great at it. So I'm really on the fence about this one for me. If they're clashing with somebody better, I will give this a miss.
I like them.
Okay.
You know what? Like the thing is, I don't is the truth, but I do at the same time. It's one of those weird bands for me, right? Like I remember seeing these guys years ago. Now you were there as well at Tourist. They supported Tourist.
Oh, right.
And I remember thinking, oh god, this could be trash. Let's just get through to Tourist. And they were actually really, really great fun.
Was this the Islington Assembly Halls one?
The irritating one with the special ending from Tourist that turned out to be rather than new
acoustic
music
songs
and two tracks acoustically.
Oh, that was so fucking annoying.
What we bloody need, isn't it?
He built up as well. We've got a big surprise for you.
Massive
and all that.
surprise. It's been 8 years since we've released new music. Hang around for the encore. We go, they're going to do a new song, and they come out and just play another fucking old song, but with half the members not there. You're like, okay, thanks for that. But anyway, that's not Trollfest. Yeah. Trollfest was a support act, and they were so much fun in that sort of drunken environment, you know, jumping around and all that sort of stuff. I remember like me and the Miss ended up buying like vinyl from them and everything like that. I don't listen to them on record ever because I just find that sort of like it's overly jarring. But I think at this time in the day, well loaded up with beer, I think these will be great fun.
Okay. I think you're probably right.
I am right.
I have no opinions about it. I don't think I'll like it though.
Okay then, the headliner, and in a rare sort of scenario, there's a headliner of a stage here at Bloodstock that I know basically fuck all about, but everybody keeps banging on about them as though I should. It's Brothers of Metal. Can anyone offer anything aside from the fact that I know there's a ton of them?
I was about to say that there's about 4 million of them. I don't know anything about them at all. I'm the same. It's like it's a headliner, you know. I mean, looking at them, they look like some sort of like power metal-y sort of Man-O-War styled musically.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I don't know anything about them. I don't know if it's like a super group made up of different members or God knows.
I don't trust any band with more than like 5 members, and they're well fucking above 5.
They got to say, they technically what they got? They got 8 people, right? So that's the same as Slipknot, isn't it? It's a Slipknot, right?
It's 9. No, Slipknot's 9. Yeah.
Because what I'm trying to work out is like who does what. You know what I mean? Like because there's only so many instruments in there that you can like get going on a stage. You got your traditional ones. You might have somebody on like an accordion on a flute and all that sort of stuff. But unless you go down the Slipknot route and you have a guy just standing there banging a barrel, like you're gonna run out of instruments. Yeah. But to be fair, like I look at that picture and I look at like their position on it, and to me, I'm interested. I think that looks like it could be fun.
Could be. Yeah, considering that was originally Zielenado as headliners that night, you know, and considering what's in the main stage, which we're going to get to in a minute, they may end up being a watch regardless.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to the main stage of the Saturday, and we begin with Seething Akira. Not the first rodeo here, but I've grown to like this band more and more. I think they're an intriguing start to the main stage, that mix of electronic dance music, rock, drum and bass, and so on, with heavier elements. It can be appealing. Some of us find it off-putting, but I am intrigued to see what they do in the main stage.
Yeah, I generally find it off-putting. I'm not a particular fan of Seething Akira. I don't hate them. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy enough for them to be there, but I'm not a massive fan. So.
I'm super down for it. Yeah, it'll be a bit of fun.
Okay, cool. Listen, it's no secret. I'm not going to do what we normally do. We talked a lot about this band over the years, and we continue to do so, and we'll continue to be doing so going forward. The fact that back on the main stage doesn't just feel deserved, it feels like it's the right fucking place for the band, particularly as by the time they arrive at Bloodstock, the new album, A Feast on Sorrow, will be out. I've heard this album. I've reviewed this album already, and it is a 10 out of 10. impossibly they have bettered Serpent and Spirit. This is going to be spectacular. I hope that it lives up to all my hopes and dreams.
That's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
I'm also a big fan, so yeah, very, very happy to see them there.
Excited to catch them.
Royal Republic. I know they're a little bit more accessible, but that's about all I know about this band. The name rings a bell, but I think I get confused between them, Royal Blood, and then other bands with the Palais Royal and stuff like that, you know?
I think I was confused between them and Royal Blood, actually. That's what
I think Royal Blood are way too big for the position, like way bigger.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with Royal Republic, to be honest. So yeah, got little to offer.
I don't know.
Dan?
I'll maybe check it out.
I was hoping you might have known who they were.
I really don't.
Ah.
As soon as I read the name, I also thought of Royal Blood, but Royal Blood are way too big for Bloodstock.
Okay, no worries. Move on to Employed to Serve. I cannot believe I've not seen this band live yet. As far as I'm aware, I've never seen Employed to Serve live, and I should have done because I think they're fucking phenomenal. Easily one of the sort of hidden ones on the main stage amongst sort of other bands. Every time I remember and see the logo, I'll be like, oh, fucking sweet, I'm going to get to see them live.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine if you haven't seen them, I probably haven't either. So I'm also a big fan, so I think it's great. Yeah, I look forward to seeing them.
Yeah, I'm excited for Employed to Serve. I'm also surprised I haven't seen them live. I feel like they've played every single show in London for the last like 3 years, and I've somehow not been at any of them.
That's it. I reckon if I went for my gig tickets, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, shit, I saw them there, or I saw them here, and so on. But you know, off the top of my head, no. But a band I know I have seen live plenty of times. It is the sludge metal band, the NOLA sludge metal band, Crowbar. And although I've seen them live loads of times, it's been a while since I have seen them now. They rock. They're cool as fuck.
They are, and they do. I agree.
Not for me, I don't think.
I don't think it is either, but they've got grooves, so maybe, who knows, if you are there, you might end up enjoying it. Abath. Look, I'm torn in this one. I want to see a bit of it purely because of the name and the status and stuff like that, but I wouldn't call myself a big fan.
I'd put myself down as excited to see Abath, to be honest with you, for a couple of reasons. One, I wouldn't have always classed myself as a big fan, but I think the most recent couple of albums, actually, I'm very, very into. I think they're very, very good. I also think that this whole festival now barely scrapes a bit of black metal together every now and then. So the one band, I think, across pretty much the whole of the main stage on the whole of the weekend, I'm probably going to go and try and catch. And also, it's always funny if it's sunny and we have like black metal in the sun.
Ben?
Oh, sorry. I took a very quick. I completely forgot that like it's also now I have to talk, and I'm not just here watching. Yeah, not for me. I don't think. But I do agree that it's funny to see like scary black metal in the sun.
It's a cool thing.
Knocked Loose. Slowly and surely becoming one of my bands I was most excited to see over the entire weekend. They are going to be a fresher breath air on that stage, I think, particularly as they're slammed in between Abath and Triptychon, which is fucking hilarious to me. Hey, let's go see Abath, then see Not Loose, and then see Triptychon playing Celtic Frost songs. That is insane. And it shows the sort of versatility of Knocked Loose. I think this is going to be fun.
You threw me off for a bit there because you can't jump in now just because it's one of your bands, mate.
Well, sorry.
But I'm pretty sure at some point in that I might have, maybe I misheard, but I'm sure you said they were a fresh of breath air, and it just proper threw me. Rather than breath of fresh air. But anyway, I'll be the sort of stale bit in the sandwich of Knocked Loose love, yeah, because like I have Carl as one piece of bread and Dan can be the other. I think they're a good band. I don't think, for me personally, they're not like amazing fucking hell, this is blowing my mind. I think they're a good band, so if I get an opportunity to see them, I will. But if there's anything else on that I'm more interested in, I won't.
I am very, very, very excited to see Knocked Loose. They are my most anticipated band easily. I've loved everything they've released for the last like 5 years. And I saw them once last year, and not just the band, but the show and the lineup they had was the best gig I think I've ever been to. It was my favorite lineup, and all the bands genuinely blew me away. So I'm very excited to see them again.
Fantastic. All right, Triptychon. But Triptychon playing Celtic Frost songs. Of course, Tom G. Warrior is from Celtic Frost, so it's totally fair that's the case, and so on. Triptychon are a band I thoroughly admire, and I have seen it live, but I've never seen Triptychon do anything Celtic Frost. Obviously, Celtic Frost being the band that they are. I like some stuff, don't always love all the stuff. They are certainly a unique proposition out in the entire world, or were a unique proposition. I think because of status and because of bucket list stuff, I will definitely check some of this out.
Yeah, probably the same for me, purely because of bucket list stuff. To be honest with you, I'd probably be more excited if it was Triptychon just doing Triptychon stuff. That's the truth.
That's it. You nailed it.
But, you know, I don't know, like, catch a bit of it and see how it is, really.
I don't know anything about them. I think after Knock Loose, I'm going to be tired, though. So maybe it's a good thing. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's not like I've got to move too much for it. Yeah. Okay, the headliners of the Saturday, and I'm just going to quickly, it's Meshuggah, and I'm going to repeat pretty much what I've said in all the videos leading up to this when it was announced, which is, I don't know. I like Meshuggah a lot. I can enjoy Meshuggah a lot, but I can only enjoy a certain amount of Meshuggah, and an hour and a half of Meshuggah may be too much Meshuggah for me. It may be too much Meshuggah on the day. I'm going to judge it on the, you know, how it goes. I'm going to watch them, of course, and if they're killing it, I'm going to stay and watch. If I'm getting bored, which I suspect I may end up find myself getting bored, because I just know how this band work for me. That's kind of my feelings of Meshuggah. I got no issue with them being the headline or anything like that. It's just I'm not sure if I'm going to love it.
Yeah, I'm very similar. I'm probably less even, like, I don't think there's even like a whole amount. I've tried to get into this band because they're headlining Bloodstock. I haven't listened to stuff in the past and never really enjoyed it. And I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and I just cannot find stuff that I like enough to make me excited to see them, is the truth. So yeah, no problem with them being there. But yeah, it's not like I haven't tried, honestly, man. I even like we did like a track by track on one of their albums. Is like
The Violent Sleep of Reason.
Yeah, so this is one of the big name albums. They've got to be, and I still come out of it with very little that I like. So it's like, oh damn it, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't do well with these kind of older bands that have been around for a while. Maybe it'll be something feeling good at the time. So maybe.
I reckon, calling it now, is we'll all probably do a bit of Meshuggah and then go, oh, fuck it. Should we go over to the selfie stage for Brothers of Metal? Yeah. I can see that already now, particularly after we've talked about that. Okay, right. The Sunday now. The Sunday, we go to the Jaeger stage and we start off with Those Once Loyal. It's melodic hardcore, and it is very good melodic hardcore.
I don't know the band, but yeah, I mean, it sounds like it could be decent enough. So yeah.
I don't know them at all.
Dead Air. It's rock, but not quite rock as you know it. I'm intrigued by this band.
So am I. This is one of the bands I remember reading up on while putting lists together, and I thought they actually sounded really cool. South London band as well. So
yeah, I think they sound really cool as well.
Okay. Right, this next band I almost don't want to talk about. And the reason why I don't want to talk about it is because I don't want all you fuckers turning up and meaning I can't see this band. But on the flip side, I also hope the stage is packed for them, because I think, and I've been quite saying this a few times, said it in the feature as well on them, that this might be the dark horse of the festival. The one that is playing at a lower stage and just stands out for all the right reasons. And in the atmosphere the entire weekend, it's Skies Turn Black, and it's metal, power metal mixed with heavy metal, and it is fucking good. Very, very good. Part of it, the appeal is that there is not much of this at all over the weekend. So immediately they stand up for that, and that's what I think is attractive about them. Now, thankfully, the name, Skies Turn Black, as my wife said to me, doesn't sound like that kind of band. So if you don't know them and don't check them out, you hear that name, you might just presume it's just, it's just another black or death metal band, and that's not who they are at all. They have a keytar, people, a keytar. So there you go. I can't wait for this band.
The enthusiasm for the keytar there, that was fucking...
It's. I think it's the only time we're going to see a keytar over the entire weekend.
Yeah, quite possible. I also think these are a great band, so I am very, very much have them down on my list as one to go and see.
I haven't heard of them, but I probably will maybe check them out if there's nothing else on that I want to see.
Is that because of the keytar?
After more the spiel
All right.
went on.
Past the Fall. Don't know much about them, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know the band.
I have no idea.
And Iron Altar is the headliner. Again, I don't know much, but described as progressive sludge and death-infused metal. So all of that works for me nicely.
I don't know the band. It sounds like it. Maybe I'm getting mixed up, but I think it sounds like a Motorhead track. Is that the name?
I'm not sure.
Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm getting mixed up with something else. But anyway, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on them either.
Okay, over to the New Blood stage, and it's Elimination. Yeah, it's Elimination. It's fast-paced thrash metal with shit ton of groove. This band kicks ass. Really glad to see them back, and at full strength this time.
Yeah, yeah, same. Decent band, strong, fast and heavy. I like them.
I have no real thoughts about them. I don't know them.
All right, Sanguinum. Described as a melodeath band. Don't know anything about them, but it's a melodeath band, and that's always cool.
It is. So yeah, looking forward to seeing them.
I feel the opposite.
They won the London Metal to the Masters as well, so that's usually a good sign.
Yeah,
that is a very good sign. Okay, Beyond Your Design, metalcore band. Don't know anything by them.
I don't think I do. I kind of feel like the names may be slightly familiar, but I don't know why.
I don't know them either. No idea.
And the same, unfortunately, for me goes for Nameless, but they're described as new metal crossed with modern hardcore. So that might be more your jam, Dan.
Maybe. Might be something to... Oh, no, I changed my mind.
What?
I took a very quick listen to them and... Ooh.
Harsh.
I've got nothing to add, so...
All right, Sky Pilot. I'm not overly familiar with them, but they've been around like 20 odd years. So using the term New Blood for them is a bit of a stretch, but I know it obviously doesn't mean that. It means unsigned, really, more than anything else.
Yeah. It's another band I'm looking at it, just trying to pick out if I know anything from it. Because I see the name and instantly I'm like, oh, I know that name. But I suppose if they've just been around that long, we've probably seen of them and...
Cross paths, yeah.
Not sure.
Okay, bit of deathcore then in Dystopian Sun. They're a cool band.
Yeah, agree. Good band.
Once again, the Sunday's real miss for me. I don't know. Not them either.
Okay, well then you should make sure you come along to Goddeth. These guys are cool. These guys are really, really fresh sounding. It is a lot of elements thrown into it. Groove and death metal thrown in, but with hardcore edge here as well. A little bit of punkiness, basically a little bit of core sounds. They're very cool.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them prior to what you just said, to be honest. So.
No, I think the name rings a bell. Like, did we do reaction or something?
I don't think so, but I've covered them on the sites, so maybe you've wandered past, and seen it.
Yeah.
Sentient, don't know much about them, but described as progressive metal, technical death metal, should I say?
Yeah, I don't know anything about them other than that.
I do know Sentient. Just I think because I recognize their logo and their name, I think they follow me or something, but I've never listened to them.
Okay. Then we get Outer Gods. This might be the band that steals the day on the New Blood stage. An extreme metal band with a lot of different ideas, featuring members of Raised by Owls, Evil Scarecrow, Lost Outrider, and Entree. This band is very, very strong. It's already really, really, really refined. You can get death metal into it, but you can get black as well. You can even get grindcore thrown in there. They are chaos. It's going to be insane in there. I think they're a great band.
I don't know the band. It sounds like it sounds like it should be good. I you know, weirdly, I guess because you said that, like, it, you know, featuring members of Raised by Owls and Evil Scarecrow in particular, it kind of puts my mind into like a certain frame of music.
Of course.
You know, and again, that kind of comedy party sort of style. But then the description you gave was quite the opposite. So it's just like those guys going serious.
Basically, I think it is, yeah.
Which could be cool.
I don't know them. I know who Raised by Owls are.
Okay, Acid Age. I don't know anything about this band, but the description on Bloodstock's page does intrigue me, particularly when they self-describe it as war jazz, and they're also from the Northern Ireland, and that often produces good metal to the masses bands. Yeah, I'm intrigued by the term war jazz. All right.
Yeah, it's quite different, isn't it? Not heard that used before, so that's cool.
War jazz is an interesting one. Definitely intriguing.
Cool. Sticking to the country of my birth in the south of this time, it's Levin. What do you reckon?
Levain.
Levain I would have gone with, but yeah, same.
Lavain, yeah, okay. I'm doing the whole LAVE, and you're pulling apart the La and the vein. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Either way, they're from Dublin and they are a hardcore band, so I'm intrigued straight away.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I genuinely have never heard of them or anything like that, so I'd be lying if I said I was massively intrigued. You know, the fact that you're from Ireland, like the winners from that, yeah, that can bring out good bands, so that's kind of cool. But I'm not a massive lover of hardcore, so it's hard to be massively excited.
I'm pretty big fan of hardcore, so I'll probably check them out.
And then last but not least, the last New Blood band of the weekend, it's BHP or full stop BHP. And unlike a lot of bands on the bill who kind of say things like, oh yeah, with influences or touches of new metal, this is apparently a new metal band from Poland. I really don't know how I feel about that. I've not heard anything by them. So I really will wait and see on that one.
Oh, sorry, Brendan.
No, so I haven't got much to add anyway, Dan, to be honest, so crack on.
I'm actually quite excited for them. I like them, and I am excited to check them out.
Cool. All right, let's go to the Sophie Lancaster stage where Phoenix Lake are opening up the day, and it's basically melodic metal, bit power, bit epic, and faster touches of metalcore. They're cool.
Yeah, it sounds like stuff I listen to, so yeah, good.
Oh, sorry, my turn again. I don't know anything about them.
All right, then. Overthrown. The name rings a bell, but I don't really know anything about them. They're described as a metalcore band.
Yeah, I also don't know anything about them.
The name also rings a bell for me, so I'll check them out a bit more. But yeah, other than that, I don't know much about them.
Stengar. The French, but that's about all I know about them.
I don't know the band.
Neither do I.
Tuskar, a band I do know, and I'm telling you, people, go see Tuskar if you've never seen them live before. I am literally sitting here wearing a goddamn t-shirt from them. I will still never forget going to see Boss Keloid at the Boston Music Rooms for a review. The supporting band was Tuskar. I didn't know anything about them, and I stood there mesmerized. And in any other world, there'd have been like they'd have stole the show from the headliner, but Boss Keloid and Boss Keloid, and nobody is better than Boss Keloid. But Tuskar blew me away. I saw your face there.
Nobody.
Well, you know, I mean, obviously subjectively in that sense, but Tusk, what I want people to see is that just two people can make the fucking racket that Tuskar do. The drummer is the vocalist. I always love that, but he's so good at both. Tuskar are incredible.
I also think they're a really cool band, so yeah, it's good.
Cool.
We've never seen them. I definitely have heard of them though. The fact that their drummer's a vocalist is a feat though. I'm interested to see how that works.
It's that always blows my mind, because obviously like the likes of Mastodon has elements of that and so on, you know. It's always blows my mind that a drummer and is doing vocals as well. How are you supposed to do, you fuck?
Yeah, God knows.
A band I know the name of, but I don't think I've ever really given them much time. Cobra the Impaler?
Yeah, the name as well, like it stands out, doesn't it? So it's probably easy to remember the name, but I don't think I've ever listened to anything by them.
Yeah, I don't know them at all.
A band that I think I'm really intrigued to see is Envisions. Really intrigued to see these guys. I think they're one of the most refreshing modern things in metal at the moment.
That's the big sales pitch, and I don't know them, so yeah, might be worth checking out then.
Even though I probably should like them on record, I don't really. I don't find they're particularly inspiring, but I will check them out live because I've heard enough noise about them that I know I should like them.
That kind of works for me with Church of the Cosmic Skull. I keep hearing the fuss and the noise about this band, and I am intrigued to sort of see this sort of sinister rock music from a big group of people again. I'm intrigued by how they look, but I don't really know them.
I am so confused. Because the first line of their bio, which I've never heard of, is that as well as being a band, they're also a spiritual organization. So while you were talking, I thought I'd just Google it. Like, is that just part of the act or something like that? But it appears they genuinely are. There is a church, a shop, events, upcoming congregations. I'm confused. Is that just all like an act thing to like be
It's
from
gotta
a
be,
band?
right? Yeah, it's got to be just like part of the gimmick.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's what it is, and I'm just like literally falling into it. So I find it, I don't know. I've heard the name. I don't know anything by them. Some of the stuff in it absolutely terrifies me, but only to the level of like making me want to see what it's all about. Like the line, putting the ABBA in Sabbath since 2016 is both brilliant and terrifying at the same time. I'm very interested in seeing what it's all about, actually. It looks like they put a shitload of effort into it, into like this whole sort of design, like of not just the band, but all the stuff around it.
Yeah. It looks really fucking cool, to be honest. I'll definitely be checking it out.
I don't know. I'm already in a cult. Is there a rule against joining a second one?
What cult are you in?
Oh, I'm in the Dark Order.
What does that mean?
Similar to that, you know, go to the Dark Order and you can sign up online. Join the Dark Order. Anyway,
as long as they're not like warring gods or anything like that, you're probably
Embodiment, extreme metal. This band is very, very cool. This is just one of those on a Sunday where it's going to be a nice, refreshing blast, particularly as it's really aside from the main stage, on the Sophie stage, the last sort of extreme sounds I'm probably going to hear.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them, but I do know a little bit. So yeah, good band, heavy.
I don't see why not. I might be tired by this point. Might get into it though.
Not tired yet. One more band to go.
Yes, of course. Zeal and Ardor haven't been moved from the Saturday headline slot to the Sunday sub headline. Apparently, it's going to be like a headline length as well, so they're not getting cut back on that front. I was torn on how I felt about them being moved from the Saturday initially. I wasn't happy because Saturday headline Sophie, it was perfect spot for me to really be into it and all that. On the flip side, at least this way I'm going to remember I saw them, because by this point I'll be stone cold sober And that at least guarantees that aspect of things. I'm a little worried that, oh God, what if I'm tired at this point? You know, I'm going to be able to get into it. But I also got a lot of faith in Leonardo to get really enjoy it. It might be one of the last bands I see at the weekend, so I'll certainly save some energy for that. Well, I mean, what can I add that we haven't previously said? They are going to be one of the most talked about shows of the weekend, I think.
Yeah, I feel the same as strongly. I think the band I'm looking forward to seeing the most across the whole festival, which is kind of odd, I guess, because I've seen them so many times already, but I'm still excited to see them again, and I think they're going to be phenomenal.
Hear that?
I'm very excited to see Leonardo again, as I have not seen them since, I don't think, December 2019? Maybe? December 2018? Somewhere. Like, it's been a while. I'm very excited to see them again and see some of their new stuff that they play.
It sounds great live. And then the headliners, and I'm torn in this one. Is I really do want to actually stay and watch some of this. It's Biohazard. Normally, I'll admit, I'd probably been planning to make a move not before this, but ultimately, Biohazard are bucket list band for me. The old school hardcore noise of it is something that's right up my street. I'm gonna wait and see how I feel.
Yeah, it's that as well for me. Like another old school band, been around for all of my memories. Or at least it feels that way anyway. You know, so it would be cool to see them. But I just like, you know, on past experiences, I know that I most normally have left by this time. So we'll see.
I could maybe get into it, but I think I will be knackered by at that point.
We shall see. Okay, Sunday main stage opening with Dead Label. How cool is that as an opening band on the main stage? Generally, really pleased for them. I think it's going to be bloody brilliant.
Yeah, they're a really cool band. I like them a lot, so I'm happy for them to be there. Well done.
I don't know them.
Okay then, Uhai. I don't know them, but I've read up on them and I am torn on this one. This is becoming a bit of a thing where on a Sunday, there seems to be this kind of, I don't know, maybe it's not a thing yet, but it feels like based on previous years where there's like a band that kind of fits with this sort of more folkish, this has got Mongolian throat singing and fiddle music and stuff like that, where this sort of band's on the main stage on a Sunday. I don't know if I really like a lot of this. I think it can be intriguing, but I find myself getting quite bored after a while. The fact that one of the things that keeps getting said over and over again in the spiel and Bloodstock is the word hoorah, and the fans shouting it means that I hope to God I'm not driven nuts by people just shouting hoorah. I haven't forgiven you all. I have not forgiven all you fuckers out there who tried to ruin Ghostbath for me by just screeching with their voices because, oh, he screams on stage, as if any other fucking band doesn't scream on stage. I haven't forgiven you lot. So if I'm watching this and I'm enjoying it, but I'm surrounded by people who are just going hoorah over and over again, So I don't know. I don't know. This could be cool. I don't know anything about them.
I don't know anything about this band in particular, but obviously I've heard other bands do the sort of Mongolian throat singing and whatnot. The truth of it, being completely honest from my perspective, is I think it's amazing, it's talented. I just don't want to listen to it. I don't find it particularly enjoyable. I think, like, that's not no disrespect to them. I think what they do is fucking amazing, and it's so cool with all the traditional instruments and everything like that. But I just don't particularly find it very enjoyable to watch. So,
yeah, I think I'd be pretty bored almost immediately. It's not for me.
Fair enough. All right, Tribulation. Whisper it quietly, people. This might be the band steal.
What
I miss?
All hail the Yeti.
All hail the Yeti. You're absolutely right. I did. They moved tabs for me. I'm familiar with the name, but I don't really think I know this band that well.
Yeah, it was kind of like I felt bad like for calling you back because I'm just going to say the same thing now. I recognise the name, but I don't know an awful lot about the band.
Exact same. Yeah, I also recognise the name, but don't know anything.
Move on, and I'll repeat my script. Tribulation. I think, jokingly, this could be the stealer of the Sunday main stage. This band is phenomenal. They're kind of sandwiched in amongst, a little run of bands that I think are way more popular. So like this could be for me the last major highlight of the stage. Even though I think there's good bands to come, this one, Tribulation, I'm excited for.
I'm very excited for Tribulation. I think they will be very, very good. I like them a lot. I think they're, especially like I suppose on what came before it more than anything else, they're quite sort of stand out as in a different sort of sound for a lot of what's happening on the main stage. There's one other band on the main stage I think might steal the show, but
yeah, from a quick little listen, they sound quite cool. It's hauntingly. It's haunting, isn't it?
Word for it.
Good word.
I might be into it, maybe.
Well, I guess we'll do the next band is the one that Brendan was talking about, the one I think he thinks will steal it. I think they're going to be great. I think they're going to be great because they've been great every other time we've seen them, and they've been great on record for a while now. It is Decapitated. I am excited. I'm stoked. Yeah, it's Decapitated. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are a very, very strong band. Like I never even like really ever became like such a huge fan of listening to them on record or anything like that. But every time I've seen them, they have just been like really, really, really strong.
I don't know much about them. I think I've definitely heard the name, but I don't really know them.
Fair enough. And then we move on to what I'm confidently calling will be the worst band of the weekend. Because and I know that's harsh as fuck. I know that's harsh as fuck. But how this band still exists, ever got popular, and is this high up on this stage purely because of a couple of tracks they released in the fucking 90s. Get in the bin. Can't stand them. Couldn't pay me to watch them. Ugly Kid Joe.
Are you not gonna have your lighter out for Cats in the Cradle or something?
If that will be the moment. If I'm anywhere within listening distance of that, you will see my face just change.
I mean, I have no interest really in seeing Ugly Kid Joe. I'm of an age, you know what I mean. I grew up hearing those songs too, and I listened to them at the time, but I've never really. That was a long time ago. I didn't even know they were still around. That's the truth. I thought there was just someone who was about in like the 80s, and that was kind of it. So yeah, look, I'm sure they'll have a lot of people there. Big like crowd for them, I would imagine. And Bloodstock often have that traditional band, don't they, on the Sunday somewhere? So I'm all right with them being there, but I probably won't be watching.
I genuinely have no idea who they are.
I mean, obviously, we both just sung glowing praises there, even if Brendan's a little bit more on the fence. So you should definitely check them out. And I suspect you're right, Brendan. I think there will be a mass amount of people there, but I also think there'll be a mass amount of chairs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
The wall of chairs.
Dimmer frames.
Oh. Okay, Sepultura. Mate, look, they're killing it. They've been killing it for so fucking long now. It's been a while since I've seen them. I adore Derek Green's Sepultura version of it. The well past all that silliness that people still argue about. Just thoroughly enjoy this band. I think they're killer live. Can't wait to see them.
Same, second to everything that you say. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. Derek Green's a massive vocalist, man. He's brilliant. Should be good.
Honestly, I've heard of Sepultura for years. Not like a particularly big fan or anything. I don't see why I wouldn't check them out though.
And that brings us to the sub-headliner, who, if you'd asked me last year, were playing Bloodstock, I said, oh yeah, they're the headliners. So the fact they're not headlining still surprises me. I think I'm not saying they should have, because I understand why the next band is, but I feel like maybe we would have got a bit more of a spectacular experience from this band than a sub-headliner, but I'm still expecting big things from them, and I am intrigued to see them live because I've never done before. It's Halloween.
Yeah, same for me. Bucket list stuff for me, really, more than anything else. Never seen them. Probably never will again. Quite likely anyway. So yeah, be looking forward to ticking that one off.
Pretty much same.
And that brings us to the last band of the festival, the headliners of the main stage. And of course, it is the iconic Megadeth. Listen, this is purely me these days. I don't really care. It's not that I think Megadeth are bad. I've always enjoyed Megadeth. I still enjoy them to today. I like the last album, though lots of people bloody didn't. I don't know, different tastes and stuff like that. But I have seen them live a fair bit. So I don't really have much in the way of excitement over it. I may end up watching some of it, particularly if I'm planning to stay around for Biohazard.
Yeah. I'm pretty similar, to be honest. great band. Respect, for Dave Mustaine and the rest of the members and all that. Seen them a lot, fair few times, and it doesn't really excite me. As in, like, it's not, when I look at anything on the lineup, it doesn't kind of, oh yeah, Megadeth are there or anything like that, So if I've managed to stay around, then yeah, I'll watch it, because why wouldn't you? But it's not gonna be the deciding factor on whether I stay or not. That's the thing. It'll be how I feel. Like, I suppose that shows the level of excitement, right? It's not, oh, I have to stay because it's Megadeth. It's like, if I'm feeling okay, I'll watch Megadeth.
Yeah.
I have really, really no thoughts about Megadeth, and I think they're a bit fucking old. Pack it in. It's not inspiring music, and I just think that, like, if you want to, this is nostalgia for the camper chairs.
I would agree with you, except Megadeth are still putting music out and only had a new album out last year. So, it's not like at least they're trying to be relevant still. That is always worth defending.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is the entire lineup of Bloodstock. I think we did pretty well in regards to who we know and who we're learning and who at least got our intrigue. But we're not quite done yet. We're going to quickly go to each stage, and I want you to pull out 3 bands that you think people should check out over the weekend. So we'll start with the Jägermeister stage, and I'll pull out 3 for the entire thing, and then we'll go around the room like that. So my 3 are, I think you should check out This Summit Fever. I think you should check out Muddy Brook, and I think you should check out Skies Turn Black.
Okay, I am going to go with Skies Turn Black, Waterlines, and Prima.
Me and Brendan actually have 2 of the same. Skies Turn Black, Waterlines. I didn't really have a third, but I'm going to pick Daybreaker because I like the logo the most.
Well, the big clue there, people, is we've all said the same band, Skies Turn Black. Okay, over to the New Blood stage, and I will pull out 3. I am going to pull out Street Soldier. I'm going to pull out Drowned, and I am going to choose. Oh, this is hard now. I am going to choose. Who should I choose? Fuck. Offness.
I will go. I'm also going to go for Offness. I'm going to go for Arms to Oblivion, and I'm going to go for Sanguinem.
Nice.
I'm going to be picking all mine on the same day. Street Soldier, Apathy, and Shoot to Kill.
There you go. Some bloody great bands over there. All right, on the Sophie Lancaster stage, we got to choose 3 again, and I am going to go with Geria. That's 1. I'm going to go with Tribe of Ghosts as number 2, and I'm going to go with Tuskar as number 3.
Okay, I'm going to have Zeal and Ardor. Unsurprisingly, Tortured Demon, and Dekesis.
I would say Zeal and Ardor, also Tortured Demon, and Black Coast.
Nice, nice. And then on the main stage. All right, 3 from the main stage. This is a little harder. No secret, the main stage is probably the weakest stage this time around for Bloodstock for me personally. But the 3 I'm going to choose are Earn, Employed to Serve, and Tribulation.
I'm going to have 2 the same as you. I'm going to have Earn, Tribulation, and Decapitated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to go for Knock Loose, Fit for an Autopsy, and
Oh, Earn. Sorry, I thought you said as in like you were going to say another band. I'm like, what's the third one, Dan? But Earn. Okay, that's cool. We all chose Earn. Right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Anything else you're particularly excited? Is there any particular thing you're just looking forward to doing when we first get there?
yeah, same thing.
Is there any?
Yeah. No, go on.
Is there anything you hope that is different this time round?
Like, in honesty, without, I don't want to go into too many negatives building up to it. Obviously, I would like the whole chair. When they said that Sunday sold out to me, that's like, oh god, because the last time I was at a sold out Bloodstock, you couldn't fucking move because of all the chairs everywhere. I'd love the chair thing to be a bit more contained, but I'm aware it ain't gonna be. So other than that, it's all good. Looking forward to it.
Would love for it not to be like 40 degrees because the toilets become like terrifying hell pits.
Oh, I'm don't really. I just want it to be the same. I want it to be the same. Basically, I also don't care about the heat. I would obviously not like it to be that hot, but I also want it to. I'd rather it to be fucking hot than raining. So I'll take that over that any single day. We're gonna be there. We're gonna have our smiles on. We're gonna have our beer on. You see us, say hello. Yeah, and we'll see you basically that weekend. Really, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?